We're doing another TED Talk, and today we're gonna be talking about bicycle safety because you guys love the TED Talks. So imagine that you're just going on a bicycle and you're passing by a intersection, right? And you're gonna turn left because there's no cars coming, with the exception of the one on the side. But then, as you're going to, the car that still has a stop sign is advancing towards, and you get hit by in the rear. That's what happened to me and some of my other friends. And while you might think that it's just like a one-off thing, it's a really huge issue in many countries and cities, or it's just pretty much everywhere because bicycles are just, I guess, not that important to the rest of the world. But that needs to change. And the reason why it needs to change is because being as a cyclist is very dangerous, and it shouldn't be that way. Being as a cyclist should always be safe and stuff. But many people just don't care about cyclists, and they always think that that they either own the road, or maybe they just straight up don't see them because of thing. But it's not entirely cars' fault too, because it's also bicycles. It's also like our fault too as a cyclist, because sometimes we just drive on the wrong way because we think that oh, maybe because it's the same way, right? Because we're just going backwards, but in reality no, because just because you're going on the other way, and just because there's a bike lane, doesn't mean that it's gonna be safe. It's actually way more dangerous because we're going in the opposite side of where traffic is coming from, and so cars from the side streets can just spawn out of nowhere, or maybe not spawn out of nowhere, more that come out of the intersections and not realize that you're there until it's too late. But there are some things that we can do as a cyclist to reduce that. Number one, be more predictable instead of just swerving around the road, or going to different areas back and forth. Be predictable, staying in one lane, don't move without signaling, or no, yeah. And always make sure that you are aware of your surroundings, because it's okay to move, but make sure to make sure that it's safe, and that you can be there, because you obviously don't want to get hit by a car from behind, because it's gonna be even more dangerous. And number two, be aware of everything in your surroundings, because you have to constantly be watching the road, check a few times behind you, because we need to make sure that that there are no cars coming, because obviously if you see a car coming in, you need to move out of the way. And I think there is number three, be visible out on the road. We need to be visible out on the road, because we need to show drivers that we're there, and that we're not just simply a gust of wind, because obviously we can't just simply act like if we're visible, because obviously we need to act like if we're invisible. So be aware, wear helmets, put on reflective vests, put on lights on your bicycle so they could be visible, and make sure to even put on a horn too, so that people can know that you're there. And as a car driver, please be aware about these things about cyclists. You have to yield whenever you see a cyclist coming, because I thought that at first time that I had to do it whenever I was going straight and they were turning or something, but apparently it's the other way around. A car has to yield when they see a cyclist coming, no matter what direction they're going to, and they have to wait until they pass. And you'll typically see it whenever you pass by certain signs, or protected bikeways. And also cars have to be aware of their surroundings too, because cyclists, since we're very very small, then we could just appear out of nowhere, and we may not be visible. And so be aware as a car driver too. And also, don't go into bike lanes, because that's very dangerous, because if you do, then then a bicycle will then the cyclist will get higher pressure, and they'll try to get out as fast as possible, which could be a bit dangerous. So no, yeah, that's about it. Thank you for my TED talk.